way out.
Okay, anyway, behave. Waheguru Ji, Waheguru Ji ki fateh. Yeah. So, even though we may be limited with our audience today here, we always have. Yeah, I can get with a lot, but also, we have friends and colleagues around the world that connect and focus on the same kind of thinking, right? So, collective thinking, group consciousness enables things to happen. I'm going to start with a story tonight, right? So, there's an individual who, having done whatever he needed to do, he's got lots and lots of money, he's born into wealth, feels that life is meaningless. So nothing gives him meaning. So he begins to search, and he finds that there is a particular monastery which is run by a Zen nun who used to be a samurai warrior. She done it all, and then she became enlightened, and she's opened this little thing, and many people sought her wisdom. So, thinking that his arrogance, taking control, saying, well, look, I've done everything. What can she teach me? Yeah, nothing is of meaning. Nothing is of meaning. And when you have everything, nothing is of meaning. When you haven't got water, water is of meaning. So anyway, so he goes to her, and he says, look, I understand that meditation gives you meaning. Meditation gives you meaning, and but the problem is I'm very undisciplined. I can't sit for very long. So I understand that you can find a route to any situation. So how do you solve this problem? So then the nun looks at him and says, well, what are you good at? And he said, well, nothing really. I don't do anything. I don't work. I'm pretty well to do. She goes, well, what do you do in leisure? He says, well, I play chess. She says, oh, okay then. She calls her attendant, says, go and call mother so-and-so. And this mother so-and-so comes up, and nun says to her, have you played chess before? And she said, yes, when I was a girl. Says, all right then. I want you to play chess with him. And whoever loses, I'm going to remove their head. Takes a sword out, puts it down. And the mother confidently sits there and says, come on, let's begin. Matey knows, she doesn't know much. So he puts the chessboard out. And they're playing for a while, they're playing for a while, they're playing for a while. And then this mother, who happened to be sitting before she was called with a group of other people, those people started coming towards her. They're playing. And there's a group of young children, other friends, sitting next to her, watching her play. And she's as calm as cucumber, not an issue, going for it. And this man looks at this woman and looks at all her children around her and thinks, I can't let her die. I can't live with that. So many people depend on her. I think I'll sacrifice myself because no one will miss me. But with her, she's got such a huge family. People depend on her. And in that moment, a tear wells up. And at that moment, the nun takes the board and kicks it off. And she said, there you are. You found meaning, you found meditation, awareness, and most importantly, it gave rise to compassion. So we don't need to be sitting there doing meditation for hours and hours to get there. Every moment becomes meaningful if we see it with the right vision, with the right view. And meditation allows that cultivation from contentment, from awareness, to compassion. That's the natural route. If there is no compassion, meditation isn't working. That's all there is to it. And the first compassion space begins with us. I will sacrifice myself. Always begins with self, never with the other. So in compassion, there are two types of compassion. One compassion is that's invoked through suffering. The other compassion is invoked through realization. And this was realization. This wasn't because the mother was suffering in playing the chess. She was quite content to die because she'd given her self to her teacher. So she was said, yeah, if you want me to do this, yeah, I'll do this. Wasn't bothered. Because the teacher knows what the teacher knows. So situations that appear to us can become meaningful if we become aware of the bigger picture, meaning that all that you see, all that is here, all that we think is permanent disappears in front of us. Karuna, a different kind of compassion, a compassion of saying, this moment will never occur again. We will never hear these words again. We will never feel what we feel today. And just as today the country is seeing, makes no difference. Makes no difference if you're a saint, if you're a sinner, if you're a queen, if you're a king, if you're a pauper, if you're a man, if you're a woman. It makes no difference. Come naked, you go naked. Collect all the trinkets you want, have all the castles you want. But ultimately, that's the final truth. And if we as human beings understand that, then we will have less ego, more humility, more compassion, and life will be a bit more livable. So perhaps out of tragedy comes reasoning, understanding, and realization. So, shall we do some meditation? I think so. Okay. So, as ever, meditation simply is becoming aware. And to become aware, we normally need three things. One, intention. What do we wish to do? So we don't wish to sit here and think about what's happening tomorrow. We wish to be present. Intention to be present. How are we going to do this? By paying attention. So from intention to attention. And what are we going to pay attention to? What are we going to focus on? Things that are happening in the present moment. So intention, attention, and the attitude we have is the attitude of non judgmental, meaning we're not going to judge the process. There's no judgment of self. So eyes are closed, mouth is closed, shoulders are pulled back, and back, just stretch it a little bit. And if you wish, you can pull your chin in slightly so your neck feels a bit stretched. And by doing this, we just get the posture right. Make sure your posture is comfortable. Okay, so it's upright, but it's not rigid. And if you need to change it, you change it. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your whole self as best as you can. So this simply sensing ourselves. So when you sense yourself, you don't need to have a picture of yourself. You don't even need to have an outline. You're just sensing the presence of you being here. The sensations that provide you with a sense of being here from your toes to the tip of your head. And next, we want to just notice if there's anything dominant in our body, like a pain, tightness, an itch, an ache. And we do this by imagining a hula hoop above your head. And as this hoop begins to come down, it scans your body for any sensation that's there. So you begin with the head and you move down. across your face. And you will notice that as you begin to move this hula hoop down, the body begins to relax and soften. Okay. Once again, next breath in, bringing your focus to your whole body as best as you can and seeing if anything has shown up, anything that's dominant. Next breath in, you bring your focus now gently to the seat you're on. And notice that there are sensations where the seat makes contact with your body. So bring your focus to those sensations. Notice that whatever you're sitting on holds you in place so you can afford to relax a little bit. You're not going to go anywhere. Alert yet relaxed. Notice that you're held in place. The ground holds whatever you're sitting on in place. Locating yourself where you are, here, present moment, here. From those sensations, you bring your focus gently up so you become aware of your hips. Moving your focus down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, if you move this focus down towards your ankles. Notice your feet. And then notice the soles of your feet as best as you can. Bringing your focus back to your seat. Again, notice how well you held in place. And then as you breathe in, you allow this awareness to move up your back, from your lower back to your middle back. From your middle back up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders. And then from your shoulders, gently moving your focus to your elbows. And all we're doing is just scanning the body for sensations, noticing what's going on. From our elbows, we move down to our wrists, scanning the forearm. Take your time. From our wrists, we move down to the palms of our hands. And if you hold your focus here for long enough, you will find different sensations, heat, coolness, whole variety of sensations begin to manifest, just holding your awareness at the palms of your hand. And then gently bringing your focus to your fingers. Next breath in, bringing your focus towards your eyes now. And you will notice that the eyes are closed, but you can still see the back of your eyelids. Awareness. There is awareness of darkness, awareness of the eyes not having any other image to stimulate it, the absence of light. Yet you have awareness. As you breathe out, you allow this part of the body to soften and relax. Next breath in, bringing your focus to your mouth. Begin to notice the sensations within your mouth, on the roof of your mouth, inside your mouth cheeks. And then notice your tongue. Does it feel firm or does it feel soft? Allow it to soften. On your next breath out, allow your face to soften. Next breath in, once again, becoming present to your body as best as you can. Just sensing it. Next breath in, you bring your focus to your inner space, deliberately moving within yourself. And by that we mean our thoughts and how we're feeling. So bring your attention towards your thoughts. What kind of thoughts have been dominating you today? What kind of thoughts are present now, if any? How does the mental space feel? Does it feel tired, fatigued, clear, fresh, attentive? And then bringing your focus gently towards your chest. And here we just hold the focus on the surface of the chest and begin to notice the movement of the chest in the rhythm of our breath. Breathing in, the chest moves out. Breathing out, the chest moves in. And with those movements of the chest, there are tiny, subtle sensations within the body. See if you can notice them. Around your ribs, even the back. Subtle. And now moving your focus a bit deeper into your chest. Right in the middle of yourself. And you're just simply going to hold your awareness there, waiting to notice how you're actually feeling right now. How does this moment feel for you? Do you feel settled? Do you feel calm? Do you feel distressed? Do you feel stressed? Notice how you feel. Next breath out, simply opening your awareness to all the sounds around you. And you want to begin to listen to the sounds. Allow them to come to you. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, holding it there with a little bit of effort. And your intention is to watch the breath moving in and moving out. Your focus just beneath the nose. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. If you find your focus has drifted, distracted by a thought, a sound, or my voice, notice the distraction gently but firmly bringing your focus back to your breath. Watching the in breath moving in, watching the out breath moving out. Notice your breath. The in breath has a start and an end. The out breath has a start and an end. See if you can notice that. In breath, start and end. Out breath has a start and an end. Stay with your breath. Start, end of your in breath. Notice the start, end of your out. As you follow your out breath all the way till the end, notice there's a tiny little gap before the in breath begins. See if you can notice that. Gap in which there is no breath, right at the end of your out breath, before the in breath begins. See if you can notice that. Stay with your breath, allowing each out breath to take you deeper and deeper into the moment of now. Notice how you're breathing now. How does the breath feel? Does it feel fast or slow? Does your breath feel short or does it feel long? Completely absorbed in our breath. Does the breath feel long or does it feel short? Does your breath feel smooth or does it feel rough? Simply becoming present to the breath. Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? Does your breath have a sound? Try and listen to the in breath as it comes in. Try and listen to the out breath as it goes out. Listening to the in breath as it comes in. Listening to the out breath as it goes out. Listening. On your next breath out, once again opening your awareness to all the other sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Just listening. No judgment, no commentary, simply listening. Listening to the sounds that are close to you, sounds which are further away from you. Listening. Notice the silence at the end of this bell. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence, allowing the body to find its balance. Stay with your breath. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling, how the body feels, how the mind is, how the emotional space is. Next breath out, expanding your awareness so you become aware of the body again, the whole body, moving from the breath to the body, just sensing the body as best as you can. Notice you're in the same place you began. Does the body feel still, silent? Notice the chair, the seat holds you in place. You have sensations where you make contact with your chair or your seat. And using those sensations, we allow this awareness to start drifting down our thighs, moving from our knees, move down towards our ankles. Take your time, becoming present to the body again. From your ankles coming to your feet. Notice the soles of your feet. Notice your back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are comfortable and relaxed. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. Now, as the breath comes in, you can sense your body. As the breath goes out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. In a moment, you will hear the sound of another bell. Use this sound to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Take your time.